Well, hello all, hope you're all doing well. I'm taking advantage of a bit of natural shade at the moment. I'm round here today to get my onions up. Over about a fortnight, I suppose, 10 days, something like that, I'm not sure. I've noticed that the tops have started going over, and we're having such brilliant weather, because I'm not going to moan about the weather, because I know it's very easy to, oh, it's too hot, and then we'll get a cold spell, oh, it's a bit too cold, and we get rain, oh, it's too wet to get on the ground. You know how it is, you know how it is. So I'm not going to moan whatsoever, but I'm going to get the onions up. So without further ado, off down the bottom end of the plot, and let's go and have a look at these onions. Well, here we have the onions, and to be honest, I've just had a look at the camera and you can't really see a great deal of what's going on in there. So I'll get the netting off. I've got to lift them, that's why I'm here. So I'll get the netting off and I'll bring you back when you can actually see what I'm talking about. Right, I've taken you off the tripod, and as you can see over my shoulder, taking the netting off. So let's just go down the line and I'll show you and explain what we've got in here. Right, this end here now, with these, as we can see, quite a good size, quite reasonable size onions these. I'm quite pleased with these, not bad at all. In here we've got Ailsa Craig and Kelsey. See again there, there's another good size onion. These are all grown from seed. First real successful year of growing from seed. The red onions here, and again, these are a good size and quite uniform, all of these. They're a variety called Red Fen. Now they're grown from heat treated onion sets. Now I've seen lately one or two people having trouble with them bolting and going to seed. Well, this is about the third year that I've done these Red Fen, and I'm very pleased with them, full stop. Very pleased with them. They've not bolted on me, not gone to seed. So, and as for these grown from seed here, well, I think we can safely say these are a very good. There's some absolute whoppers. So I'll get these all up and we'll go through one or two, and I'll show you properly once I've got them out the ground. Okay, so let's have a look. Looking very nice. Still got believe it or not, still got the compost right underneath them. When they were in the little plug trays. The tops haven't totally dried out yet, but I've got room at home for doing that, so not a problem. Yeah, these are very nice. They're not all massive show bench type onions, but they're all a reasonable size, that's for sure. I know in the past I've said before now about, it doesn't really matter what size the onions are, if you have them too big you might waste too much. Well, yeah, maybe so, but I think, to be perfectly honest, we all like, with onions anyway, I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think we all like to try and grow them to a good size, shall we say. You know, that's each to their own with regards a good size. Some people might look at these and think, these are a bit too big. Some might look and think, oh, they're absolutely massive. I've got to be honest, this is possibly the best year. They weren't quite as big as these last year. Year before they were a good size, but I think these are a lot bigger this year than they have been for 2 or 3 years, to be honest, or maybe more. So, but I'm quite pleased, to say the least. In fact, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with these. I think these are absolutely fantastic. Really, I'm chuffed to bits. It's I'm really proud of growing. I mean, some of these, I mean, just as an example, I mean, look at the size of that. But it's not on its own, look. You know, I mean, I've got two there. Smells lovely. Oh, I do like onion. These are just, look at that. I'm just chuffed to bits. The size of that. Massive. Absolutely massive. Brilliant. Right. You can probably tell with this grin on my face. I'm struggling to concentrate on what I'm doing here now. I'm going to get the rest of these up, and I'll bring you back and we'll have a look through some of these. Well, I've got all the Ailsa Craig and the Kelsey up. Now, these are the red onions. As I've said, these are from heat treated onion sets that are called, I think it's still, yeah, Fen Red. The sets were put into cell trays on the 26th of the 2nd of this year. Today is the 14th of August. We'll put that in the back pocket, and we'll get these up and just have a look and see what these are like. Well, these are looking very good. I'm very pleased with these. In fact, I'm going to stick my neck out and say that I don't think I've grown red onions as big as these before. There's two, I can see two here now. I'll get them up in a minute. I can see two that are really outstanding. Well, actually, now I've said that, there's about four. But there's that one, that's a good size. That one, that same size, absolutely fantastic. But there's another one here as well. And then another one over here. As I say, these red fen, I've grown these for about, this is about the 3rd year I've grown these. And I have done some red onion from seed, but these are just, I mean, as I say, them 4, all about the same size. Say I'm chuffed to bits. I know I'm labouring a point and I'm sorry to do so, but I'm just blown away by how good these are. These are just, I can't stop smiling. Just absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really chuffed to bits, as you've probably gathered. Yeah, I've just never known anything like it. These onions this year have been, whether it's got to have been down to the weather. I've done nothing different this year than any other year, so I've got to be the weather. But anyway, I'm going to stop babbling and grinning like a Cheshire cat. Well, maybe not stop grinning, but I'm going to get on and get the rest of these up. Well, there we go, all onions up, 75, in fact, I say 75 onions, there's 76 that I've got up because I've got one problem child. I've got one there that's split, so that will go in the bin. And for what that matters, it's not worth them either of, oh, we'll use that first and but yes, so we've got Kelsey, we've got the red fen, and we've got Ailsa Craig. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, it's the first, I did have a go at growing some from seed last year and didn't have very good results in germination, but I did get 1 or 2 onions. This year all these apart from the red fen have been done from seed, and I just, you know, you just can't fault them. Just absolutely superb. Behind the camera there I've got a wheelbarrow for taking them home in. I have got room to dry them out at home, so these will get loaded up and we'll be off round home with these to dry them out. These are the sprouts, or this is one bed of the sprouts and the winter cabbage that I've put in. And what I've done in between the sprouts is I've put some lettuce in. In here it's crisp mint. The bed over there is some Lollo Rosso. The idea behind it being that the lettuce will be ready well in advance of the sprouts. But little question that I've got, and I don't know, the ground was prepared, it had lime added to it, so my question is, will that affect the growth of the lettuce? Will the lettuce grow okay because there's lime in the ground, or am I wasting my time with what I'm doing? So it'd be nice for you to leave something in the comments, if you don't mind, please, with regards to that. but I just thought I'd show you them. The sprouts coming on quite well. I have squashed the odd caterpillar now and again when I've had a look at these, when I've been around watering. But yeah, everything's doing quite well. A little job I want to do before I go home is this Calabrese in here. There's, I think that probably every single one is ready to harvest, so I'm going to take the netting off and we'll get in here and we'll have the cauliflower that were at this end. I've already had. Oh yeah, these are more than they're more than ready. Look, nice little bit of Calabrese, so we'll get them off and we'll take them home with us. I don't know about you, but I'll freeze this. It is nice fresh, obviously, but it's nice frozen as well. Get all these. That's 4, and there's another one, and there's more. That's 5. There's another one. Yeah, this is a good one. That's nice, good size. If they're not, don't look too. Oh no. Yeah, we'll have that because it's a bit 50-50. In fact, I think I'm gonna, because of the fact that I freeze it, I think I'm gonna harvest them all. This is I had Ironman in there, some big caterpillar of some sort in there. We've soon dispatched that. I had Ironman in that bed behind that had club root in it. That's partly why I've left them hoops there, because I'm going to mark the boarding so I know for next year there's club root in that ground. These are Marathon, and it's hard to say which has done the best, to be honest. I don't know. If I'd got to name one, I don't think I could. I honestly don't think there's any one that has been better than the other. I'm going to leave that one because it's not really formed properly. So there we go. So what have we got here then? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads of Calabrese that I'm slowly throwing all over the place. So we'll get and put these in with the onions and we'll take them home with us as well. It's warm, but it's nice. Well, we've had a bit of rain today, which has come as a nice welcome break. It was steady as well, not thundery showers or anything like that. It's been quite steady. It started in the night and it's only really just eased off, but it's brought its own bit of devastation, or at least I think it's the rain. I'll show you. Sunflower, Collapso. What's happened is the wire has broke where it attaches to the canes there. I'm going to be able to, obviously I'll be able to get and measure it, get and find out exactly how tall it was, but it's partly my own doing, because up on the wall up there I wasn't able to get anything high up due to not having a tall enough ladder. So it's just one of them things. At least I'll better measure it, so every cloud has a silver lining, eh? Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. Really is very much appreciated. I think we can safely say that I'm very happy with my onions. These aren't three of the biggest. There is probably another 5 or 6 that are this sort of size, and the same with the red onions. These aren't just 2 of the biggest I've got. There's another 5 or 6 of those, and I'm really pleased with the way they've grown this year. But it's not just these that I'm pleased with. That Calabrese that you saw me harvesting, that was some really nice Calabrese, and when I was coming back round with the wheelbarrow, I really was grinning like a Cheshire cat, because everything so far, everything seems to be real good harvests. The cucumbers, they have gone absolutely berserk this year. I've been giving some away. I've found out where my local, or where one of my local food banks is, and there's no doubting that some of my cucumbers will end up going to a local food bank. That's guaranteed, because they, as I say, they have just gone nuts. The sunflower, I know you see the disaster I've had with it. 14'6" was the final height it had got to, and that's measuring just up to the base of the flower. So the stalk and then the flower head, so just to the base of that, and that's from ground level, not including the pot. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's done well. So as I say, thank you all very much for watching. Really is very much appreciated. So be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you again the next one. Ta-ra a bit.